So I'm making this video for people who are going to Coachella Weekend 2. Now, don't be scared, don't be alarmed about the parking situation and the lack of staff. I know you guys haven't seen the TikToks and the videos, and the situation was pretty terrible on Thursday. I heard people were there for like 14 hours, 10 plus hours. Personally, it took me 6 hours. We lined up at 2 in the morning. By the time we went through the line and everything, it took us like about 6-7 hours to actually set up our camp. It kind of ruined my Thursday, to be honest, because I had plans the year before. I lined up at 3, and by like 6 a.m., 6:30, we already set up camp, and I was able to rest my day. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the same thing. We actually lined up a little earlier. We were there like at 2 a.m. and I was like, if I go at 2, I'll be set up by 6, maybe 7, and I didn't end up. It didn't go as planned. The lines were moving super slow. It was a lack of staff. I don't know what was going on, but we ended up finishing at 11 a.m. I know people ended up till the night. So the situation was not the best, but they are going to fix this issue because the city of La Quinta actually had the city council of one of the local cities here in the Coachella Valley. They had somebody from Golden Voice come and speak and apologize to the community because it not only affected the festival goers, it affected the people who live in the nearby areas of Indio, La Quinta, Coachella, all over the Coachella Valley, because these delays just caused more traffic than they was necessary. And they've been doing this festival for so long, so it kind of sucks that they dropped the ball to begin the festival. But then everything just went uphill from there. It was a hot weekend, but it just turned around and went great. So this is the video for you guys going weekend 2. Golden Voice is one of the best organized festivals. Coachella is one of the best organized festivals. They listen to feedback, they listen to the fans. Whatever issues we had with slow lines and all these things, they're gonna get fixed weekend 2. So expect weekend 2 to go a lot smoother. And it's like anything you do, the more you do it, the better you get. So the security guards that work for the first time, now they have a weekend, they have 4 days of work that they know what to expect. Problems that they had, the issues, the lack of this, lack of that, that's gonna get resolved on weekend 2. So make sure, don't be alarmed. I know you guys are seeing the TikToks, and negativity thrives on social media. You're always gonna see the negative posts first, no matter what it is, whether it's politics, Coachella, your favorite sports team, whatever. Negativity is gonna thrive because that's just the way we've been conditioned, or I don't know, our survival. I'm going on a tangent here. But yeah, if you're going to Coachella weekend 2, don't be alarmed about the lines. Don't be alarmed about the situation. It's going to get better. And if you're going to be camping, just know it's going to be a little bit windy, not super windy, but it is going to be a little windy. Make sure you guys stake down your canopies. Make sure everything is secure, because you do not want to have your whole site flipped over when you come back out of the festival. I did see a couple campsites that were upside down this past weekend. Now, number 2, if you're camping, set up camp, prefer camping, whatever you're going to be camping, just make sure you guys enjoy the marketplace. Go walk around. They have tattoo places. They have the brand new stage. Last week we had Chris Lake, and then this week we have Disco Dom, who's going to shred it. He's super fun. I got to see him at Splash House last year. So I'm excited for Disco Dom at Thursday Night Campgrounds. For those questioning whether do you need a special pass in order to attend, a general admission or VIP, whatever kind of wristband you have, is going to give you access to the campgrounds. The thing that you do not have access is day parking and almost shuttles. A lot of the ride shares are not as available as they are going to be on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So no day parking, no shuttles. So you're going to have to make your way to the festival. I got dropped off in the corner of like 50 and Madison. I got dropped off on one of the streets nearby, and I just walked into the festival. So you are going to be able to attend if you want to party on Thursday. If you're staying at a hotel somewhere else off site, you can attend with your regular wristband. That's all you need. You don't need a special or anything else. And it's pretty fun. You should just definitely check it out. You're already at Coachella. Go have fun a little early if you can, Just plan out your weekend. Don't go too crazy on the first day as well. Have fun, but don't go too crazy because it's a long weekend. It's 3 days, 12 hours. Every day is going to be a long weekend. Make sure you guys know that it's a long weekend. Prepare for walking. I average about 25,000 steps for the 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I have a friend who did 39,000 steps on Friday. He did like 31,000 steps on Saturday, and he averaged over 30,000 steps for the weekend. So you're going to be walking from stage to stage. It's going to be a lot of walking and jumping and dancing. The only good thing about weekend 2 is going to be a little bit cooler. Last week was in the triple digits on Friday. Then it was like 90 something on Saturday, super hot. Sunday it got a little bit cooler, but it just drained our bodies. I think weekend 2 is going to be better because it's not going to be as hot. The weather's not going to just bring you down. So it is still going to be a little bit in the 80s, and at night it might get a little bit cold, a little bit windy. So make sure you guys have a fit for the evening. Buy a sweater, a blanket, whatever you need to stay cool throughout the night, because it is going to change from day to night. You're going to be hot in the daytime, and it's going to get cold at night. It happens usually at Coachella weekend 2. Now, another thing to question is bandanas. something to cover your face. I don't know if you can see from the trees behind me, it's been a little bit windy and there's a bunch of dust in the air right now in the desert. We have some of the worst air quality in California because we're in the desert, and anytime the wind comes through the San Gorgonio Pass, and that's why we have the windmills, because this place is known for wind, it picks up all this dust and debris, and you were just inhaling that while you're walking from stage to stage. Not to mention 100,000 people are going to be walking on the same grass where on weekend one 100,000 people were dancing and jumping and just destroying the grass. You're gonna be picking up a lot of dirt. You're gonna be inhaling a lot of dirt. I've seen TikToks already. I've seen people on YouTube talking about the Coachella cough, and then that they got sick and they can't breathe. We had a situation, and one of our campsite members, somebody that was part of our crew, he had a bad situation on Saturday night. It was a little scary. We were just sitting there, and then out of nowhere, he couldn't breathe, and he couldn't breathe because he had inhaled too much dirt. He forgot to wear his bandana, and we had to call like emergency. Fortunately, nothing happened to him. All the dust just got to him, and this week is going to be worse. So just make sure you guys cover your face walking from stage to stage. Sometimes even when you're watching certain sets, I like to wear my bandana. It gets hot, it's annoying, I know, but it's going to save you. It's dusty in the desert, and you don't want to be, even just if it wasn't for the dirt and the dust, just you're walking across so many people in front of you, just breathing into each other. We learned a lot in the last 5 years about what breathing into each other does, so make sure you guys are safe. Pásenle. I'm filming a whole video. My niece is having her birthday party. The kids were shy to come in. So anyway, make sure you guys wear your bandana. Make sure you guys cover your face. I like to wear bandanas, but you guys could wear whatever kind of mask, something cool, a scarf, whatever. Just cover your face while you're walking from stage to stage because you are going to get dehydrated. Make sure you cover your face when you're walking to stage, and that's a quick tip. If you're going weekend 2, I always recommend you buy merch. Day 1, buy merch as soon as you enter the festival. You don't have to worry about it all weekend. There's the least amount of lines. Even though there was no lines on weekend 1, I never really saw lines. They ended up moving the merch. So the merch, as soon as you walk into the left, is the Coachella merch, which is all the branded Coachella merchandise, the hats, anything that has the lineup, all that stuff is as soon as you enter to the left. But when you enter to the right, it's going to be the artist merch. So they have actually the headliners, Lady Gaga, Green Day, Post Malone, and Travis Scott merch, and the artist merch. The other artists are not headliners. Also, their merch will be found as soon as you enter to the right of the Ferris wheel on the way to the Sahara tent on the right. That's where you find the merch. So get your merch as well as soon as you can, so that way you don't have to wait. Another thing I would recommend is that super windy. See that the camera gonna keep up. If you're going to Coachella weekend 2, just know that all this walking, you don't have to rush from one stage to the other. You could take breaks. You could stop. Check out the Dulab. The Dulab is the vibe. No matter what time of the day, doesn't matter who's playing. If you stop by the Dulab, you're gonna have a good time. If you're gonna be going at 1 p.m., I suggest going to the indoor sets. Unless you're those crazy people that like to camp at the rail main stage and you're gonna be there for 12 hours, that's a little crazy to me. But take breaks. Take breaks from the sun. Watch the indoor sets. I tried watching Odd Mob at the Quasar at 5 p.m. We got there was no shade, and we walked out because we were about to pass out. I was like, I can't do this. Went to the Dulab, it had shade. People that were blowing water. Stay away from the sun. Even in the 80s, it may be more tolerable than the 90s it was on weekend 1. But if you're not adjusted to the heat or you're just getting cooked in the sun, it's not worth it. I got super sunburned. I'm already dark, but I got super sunburned. It's not worth it. Just getting cooked in the sun. Stay away in the daytime. Go watch shows at the Sonora, at the Yuma. The Yuma's fire. The Sonora's fire. Check on your music. Check out the Gobi, the Mojave. Check out the Heineken House, the activations. Check out the sponsored activations. Kind of do those things in the beginning when it's super hot, unless you really want to see your favorite artist. And of course, go watch your favorite artist. Deal with the heat later. Another thing is if you have VIP. I know VIP, you want to hang out at VIP because that's what you paid for, but to be honest, the best experience is in the crowd. Go watch the music in the crowd and use VIP to go to get food and get drinks and go to the bathroom. Where shorter lines, they have more options, stay away from the crowd. That's fine. That's what VIP is for. But to actually watch the shows, VIP is not worth it. You have to be with the people who are going to be singing and jumping and doing the things, On Sunday, we were getting super tired after a long weekend. We went to see Ty Dolla $ign at the Sahara tent on Sunday, like at 9 p.m. And then we had to make our way back to the main stage. Main stage to camp, to Ty Dolla $ign, and then back to the main stage. And we were exhausted after a long weekend, so what we were doing, we were traveling, and then we stopped like in the middle, on the back towards like the polo sign, sitting down and stretching. Sitting down, stretching for a song. You don't have to travel the whole way. It's a long journey. I'm telling you, it's a long journey. Make sure you guys take breaks to stretch, take breaks to sit down for 5 minutes. Literally, you walk for like 10 minutes towards the end of the night, sit down, stretch, boom, boom, get up and continue walking, and that will save you a lot. Make sure you guys have water. You're gonna be walking and jumping so much. Make sure you guys have water backpack, carry a water bottle. There's water refill stations. You don't have to spend money on the water. It's free. Use the resource that they give you. Another tip for make sure you guys buy some food or take some food inside. Protein. Don't eat like heavy food. So I end up eating inside the festival. I didn't eat nothing in the festival. I was eating at camp, so I was lucky enough to have a campsite. So just protein. I was eating like a fruit, either fruit or so like a protein bar, and that's what's pretty much I was surviving all weekend. Fruit, protein bar, and I probably ate some too much alcohol. I was drinking. I ate mariscos from Mariscos Guamuchi. Shout out to Mariscos Guamuchi. They're one of our sponsors. Just eat something that's protein heavy. Don't eat something that's like super deep fried. All this stuff that's just gonna slow you down. You want food that's energy. You want to whatever you consume, you're gonna burn. So eat fruit, eat all that stuff, and get ready to enjoy the rest of the weekend. Now let's get to a sponsor. So this video is actually sponsored by Mariscos Guamuchi. They actually helped us bring a team to Coachella to help me document and talk to people, and it was super cool. I had the fun experience at the campsite. We were to talk to so many people, cover so much aspects of the festival, and we're working on the vlogs right now, so you guys will see the vlogs. If you're watching this in the future, the vlogs will probably out. If you were in the vlogs, let me know in the comments, and thank you guys so much. I'll send me a message on Instagram if we connected. I know I met a lot of people over the weekend, and thank you guys for fucking with the videos. Like, it's super cool that people enjoy these videos, and I appreciate it. Like, it feels good when someone's like, hey, I watch your videos, and you'll help me come to Coachella. Like, it's super cool, to be honest. Well, we continue with our weekend too. Let's thank our sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors at the Red Falcon Dispensary and the 29 Casino and the Chavez Travel Center, located all in the same location on tribal land. If you guys are coming to Coachella, check out the Red Falcon Dispensary and Lounge area. They have the best prices in the area. They're in tribal land, and of course, they have everything that you need for the festival. Across the street from the Red Falcon Dispensary is Chavez Travel Center, also on tribal land. So this has over 35 pumps for you guys to come and fuel up before going into the festival or after you guys leaving the festival going back to home. Now, last week I had a situation where I almost ran out of gas while we were waiting to camp. I thought I had enough gas, but it took over 6 hours to actually set up. So the whole time I was a little bit freaking out, to be honest. So make sure you guys fuel up before going into camp, before going into the festival, or if you're leaving back home, make sure you guys stop by Chavez Travel Center. The best prices in town, located like 15 minutes from the festival and across the street from the Red Falcon Dispensary. One-stop shop for everything you need. Get everything you need for the festival weekend. And also, if you're not going to Coachella, this is also a great spot for you to save money, because in this economy, you want to save as much money as possible. And if you still want to go and have a little extra fun, they have restaurants open inside the 29 Casino, and you want to have a good time at the casino, it's also open 24 hours. If you're coming to Coachella, check out the Red Falcon, Chavez Travel Center, and Spotlight 29. Well, you guys get the best prices. Anything in essentials that you need for Coachella, stop by the Red Falcon. It's 420 weekend. They got great specials for you guys. Tribal land, they're open pretty late and have the best prices. And then next to it, Chavez Travel Center, where they have the best prices when it comes to lean. If you're trying to fuel up before going into or when you're leaving the festival, stop by Chavez. They also have a store, everything you need, all the snacks on the go when you travel back to your home. And of course, the casino. If you want more entertainment and you want to have fun, open 24 hours, check out the casino. They have awesome restaurants inside as well. Chavez Travel Center and the Red Falcon Dispensary. It's all located about 15 minutes from the festival. Another one of our sponsors is Mariscos Guamuchi.
Aquí andamos en Coachella 2025 con el compa Carlos. Mariscos Guamuchi.
Angel, aquí andamos 2025 Coachella, preparando unos marisquitos. Varias gente ya le dimos a probar, parece que le gustaba.
Y sí, no, la neta, manjar bien exquisito. Si van a ir a Coachella o van a ir a los festivales aquí, para que pasen a Mariscos Guamuchi aquí en Coachella, uno de los mejores restaurantes de todo el valle. Mariscos Guamuchi aquí en Coachella 2025.
One of our vlogs, they actually cook mariscos on our campsite. We have some mariscos at camp, which was pretty sick. They have a restaurant here in Coachella, and the best mariscos in town for sure. Check out Mariscos Guamuchi, a sponsor to this video. They helped us bring you guys all this coverage for Coachella, so thank you to them making this happen. So if you want to eat some bomb mariscos as well, check out Mariscos Guamuchi in Coachella. The homie Carlos, say what's up to the homie Carlos if you see him, and check out Mariscos Guamuchi as well. And our final sponsor is Cocina Jalisco. If you guys are coming to Coachella, check out Cocina Jalisco. They're sponsoring some of our experience at Coachella this weekend. They have tortas, tacos, burritos, anything you guys need Mexican food. I'm about to eat this bomb-ass torta right now, so make sure you guys check out Cocina Jalisco here in Indio. Located here in Indio, if you want some breakfast Mexican food, if you want some tacos, just traditional Mexican food that's bomb, check out Cocina Jalisco right here in Indio. What I like to eat, there's definitely the tortas. Tortas are fire there. I always like tortas, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, check out the tortas, check out the tacos. The tacos are fire. Everything's made homemade. The sauces are fire. So whatever you guys need, if you guys want some menudo to recover from the weekends, check out Cocina Jalisco in Indio. So thank you to our 3 sponsors, the 29 Casino, Red Falcon Dispensary, Shelby's Travel Center, all located in the same location. Mariscos Guamuchil, if you want some mariscos, get some drinks. And of course, Cocina Jalisco for your Mexican food. Thank you guys for helping this Coachella weekend happen. Make sure you guys check them out. Let's get back to weekend 2 video. So now I'm going to talk about the sets that I like the most. The best sets that I watched all weekend. In no order, I'm just going to say I have to kind of process everything. I'm trying to recover from the festival, going to work, trying to drop content. It's been insane. But the best sets that I watched in weekend 1 was Charlie XCX. Charlie XCX was straight gas. I only like 2 songs from her. I didn't really listen to Brat. I didn't know her music. And I was like, everyone was hyping up Charlie XCX. And I was like, I'm going to go see her. I think she's going to be fun. I saw her stuff that she did in New York. I think it was around New Year's. Or it was like December or something in the Times Square. And I was like, Brat Summer. I'm gonna check it out. Did not disappoint. Charlie XCX just gas from the get-go. Boom, boom. The crowd's jumping. It felt like a club, but there was like 50,000 people jumping at the club with Charlie, and everybody was jumping. The people around us were all wearing green. They were all singing every song word for word, bar for bar. And not only did she have a fire set, she brought out special guests, Billie Eilish, weekend 1. She brought out Lorde, brought her out of hibernation, whatever. I don't know where Lorde's been all these years. And then some other dude, I don't know who he was, but that fool ate. Whoever that guy was that came out with Charlie XCX, that fool also got down. And then the crowd just went super crazy. She was one of my favorite sets all weekend. Another one I watched that was one of my favorites was DJ Mustard. DJ Mustard at the Sahara tent. And I missed Lady Gaga weekend 1. I'm going to be watching Lady Gaga weekend 2. So from my experience watching Mustard, it was fire. Everything was fire. So the way he set it up was like production room, his producing room. He just had like a keyboard. And he was like telling stories of taking us back to the beginning. And he was playing all his hits, all the songs he produced. He kicked it off with Tyga and 2 Chainz. He also brought out Roddy Ricch. He brought out YG because, of course, YG is always at Coachella. YG is always going to be a guest performer no matter what. And he also brought out Big Sean. When Big Sean came out, that shit was fire. And at the end, he ended up playing some of the GNX Kendrick songs, some of the most popular songs of 2024, some of the most popular songs in the world. But he did not play They Not Like Us, which is the #1 song in probably of the whole last year. One of the most controversial, iconic songs that everybody knows. They played at the Super Bowl. It's just a big deal. He did not play the song. He didn't bring out Kendrick, which I kind of expected him to bring out Kendrick. That was my prediction. I was like, he brings out Kendrick. He promotes Kendrick's tour. It's going to be fire. But he didn't bring him out, and his set was still fire. All those special guests was fire. His music is just insane. The production of DJ Mustard over the last, 10 plus years. I don't know how long he's been producing music. Mustard, one of the best sets. Now, I didn't see Lady Gaga, so you guys make that decision. If you like Mustard or you want to go see Lady Gaga, whatever you guys want to see. But I heard Lady Gaga was fire. I heard it was super cinematic, and it was just one of the best performances in Coachella. So I don't know. You guys let me know. Other sets that I really enjoyed was Horse Girl. Oh my God, Horse Girl was so fire, bro. We watched Horse Girl at the Mojave tent. I had no plans to watch Horse Girl going into Coachella weekend 1 or even Coachella weekend 2. She was not on my list, but I did interviews on Coachella day 0 at the campgrounds for the Coachella live stream, and I was talking to people, who are you most excited to see this weekend? Everybody was either Lady Gaga or Horse Girl. Lady Gaga or Horse Girl. You had Charlie XCX. Some people would say other names, the Misfits, this and that, but Horse Girl came up so many times, and I was like, really? Horse Girl? Like, I gotta check her out. Everyone's recommending her, and that's what I like about talking to people, whether it's just people recommend artists and like, check this out, this is cool. And I don't have time to be checking out so many different artists. It's hard to keep up with so much music being released every year. There's so many artists out there. So when people recommend, it's like, these people, they're at Coachella, they have a good taste in music, so they're recommending Horse Girl. And also, it's a girl that wears a horse mask, but it's like a photorealistic horse mask. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Straight gas, the whole set, just boom, 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 like fire. The Mojave tent was going crazy. I forgot who was playing at the same time as Horse Girl. Oh, I think it was Green Day, I believe. I think I skipped Green Day. I didn't see Green Day last week because I wanted to watch Green Day this week. But Horse Girl, straight fire, super gas set. I might not see her again, actually. I got to see the sets that I didn't watch this week. But if you are thinking of going to see Horse Girl, her set was straight fire. I don't care, straight fire. Other sets that I really enjoy, Travis Scott, of course. I had high expectations. He's the headliner. It's the most expensive show in Coachella's history. And I was there in front right to the right of the production. We couldn't get closer because it was already super jam-packed. There was a lot of people sitting on the floor, so we couldn't get super close. But I knew that's where the energy was. There was going to be mosh pits around me. I knew people were going to be singing. I know I was close enough where I could just feel the energy. There was a couple things that were disappointing. Number one, he spent half or most of the performance in the center of the field in this new section of the field where I kind of mentioned in my Coachella Getting Ready video that Forte, Fred again, and Skrillex actually performed their full set in that section. We had Bad Bunny. He did like 3 or 4 songs in that section. Doja Cat did like 3 or 4 songs in that section last year. But then Travis Scott did most of his set in that middle section. Then he also did it in the front of the stage. And he had like all kinds of production. He had a whole marching band. He had a producer, or a choreographer, or orchestra maestro. I don't know what you call those guys. And the music was off. The trumpets, they were not in sync. There was trumpets. It sounded a little whack, to be honest. It was cool. It sounded cool and it visually was stunning. But I hope they make it better weekend too, because there was a couple issues when the trumpets kind of sounded like they were on sync. They weren't like playing at the same time. I don't know what was wrong with the... Whatever happened, hopefully it gets fixed for weekend 2. Energy was insane around us. People were moshing. Everybody was singing along. However, I still feel like his set wasn't as hype as it should have been. I expected more hype. I expected more mosh pits, more energy. And I blame the weather, or I also blame the set. Like, he started with like newer songs. I feel like you got to start with like just some crazy fire. Either way, the set was insane. I met so many cool people during his set. And now my video is like over 50,000 views. I have the full set on YouTube with 2 different angles. And it was just insane energy. I know weekend 2 energy is going to be probably crazier because weekend 2 people are crazier. Weekend 2, you guys got a chance to see on the live stream. You guys have seen the videos. I know you guys are going to go crazy. And I'm going to meet you guys front right of the main stage to go hard. I know he's going to perform more in the center, but you want to be closer to the front where the speakers are. And that's where the moshes are going to be, the mosh pits. Let me know if you guys are going to be in the mosh pits. I'm going to be in there. I'm going to be in the trenches with you guys. So that's going to be fire. But Travis Scott, one of the best sets. Hands down, one of the best sets. Even though it was a letdown, it still was like a 9 out of 10. That production was insane. There was fire and fireworks and, oh man, singing. It was cool. It was a sick set. I love being around so much energy and so much humans when people are hyped up. And to me, the job of the artist is to take the audience on a ride and make the audience go crazy. The same way that Charlie XCX did, the same way Travis did, the same way Horse Girl did. Like, they're making the crowd go crazy. And that's the job of the artist. Now I'm going to talk about some of the disappointing sets that did not do that. And that's Ty Dolla $ign. Ty Dolla $ign was the biggest letdown. His production, he had like a prison. There was like prison guards and police, and he was telling stories. He brought out some pretty cool special guests, but the energy was not there as much as I anticipated for a Ty Dolla $ign song. I know he's got such a versatile repertoire of songs, but you just have to bring the energy. That's the same thing with Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott was a letdown because, yeah, she was playing a lot of old school songs or whatever, but the crowd was not into it. But she played like at 9 p.m. on Friday. Not the best energy, not great energy. And again, your job as an artist is to make the crowd go crazy, and the crowd was not going crazy because the artist was not delivering. Another set that I really loved was T-Pain. He played like at 5 p.m. He should have been switched with Missy Elliott. He should have been like 9 p.m. or even headliner or right before the headliner, because his set was straight gas. Everybody was singing and dancing every single song, and that's how artists should be. Now, those are some of the artists. Of course, on Sunday, Post Malone was straight fire as well. Post Malone, whether you like his country music or not, he's going to play his hits and a new version of them with the country and the live instruments. Post Malone was so much fun. Weekend 1. I think weekend 2 he's going to be even better. There's going to be some surprises. I heard a rumor that he might bring out the members of Nirvana and do some covers with the members of Nirvana. I don't know what's going to happen, but Post Malone's going to be fire. You guys got to check out Post Malone. I'm going to talk about some of the sets that I saw on YouTube that I did not see, which was Zed. I did not see Zed. That set looks super fun. I'm going to watch him this week. I didn't see Lady Gaga, which I know that set's going to be super fire. I'm going to watch it this week. I didn't see Ivan Cornejo. I'm going to try to watch Ivan Cornejo this week. Mau P. I didn't see Mau P. Oh, that's crazy. Afrojack at the Heineken House. I saw some clips. That looked fire, but he's also at the same time as Junior H. Now, let's talk about Junior H. He was somebody I liked. He was like a good 8 out of 10, but he couldn't play his like 6, 7 best songs because they banned corridos like less than 2 weeks ago. He can't play his 7 best songs, which kind of ruins. Imagine you're going to go see Charlie XCX and she can't play her 7 best songs. Like, that's any artist, bro. That sucks. sucks. All the planning and everything, he can't play his best songs because they banned him. That kind of sucks. But he was still good. He still played the Sad Boy stuff from the Sad Boy albums. He played, the only corrido he did was Disfruto Lo Malo, which was, is more like a lifestyle corrido, I guess. Corridos Tumbados. He's gonna probably bring out Oscar Maidon, Gabito Ballesteros. And I talked to somebody from Marca Registrada. He had planned to bring out Fidel for Marca Registrada on weekend 2 and play El Rescate, but he can't play that song no more, so Marca Registrada is not coming to Coachella. Anyway, the whole Junior H situation is crazy. It's disappointing, but you can't do it all. So.
Again, I would want
Weezer. Weezer was one of the best sets we watched too. Weezer 3 p.m. at the Mojave tent. Special surprise. Straight fire. The whole set was fire. It went, I swear, see, they started and then when a few songs went by and then it was over, that's when sets are good. They just go by so fast. And then they did a cover of Metallica, Enter Sandman. That shit was fire. I went to a little mosh pit. I met some pretty cool people. This week we got Ed Sheeran, who's playing at 3 p.m. at the Mojave on Saturday. And I've never seen this guy live, so I'm going to try to be there because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Coachella just gives you so many, Ed Sheeran gives you so many great opportunities. The Dulab, again, anything you watch at the Dulab is fire, no matter what time of the day you go. We ended up watching Tiesto for 30-40 minutes at the Quasar stage. That's the only set I watched all weekend at the Quasar stage. I'm gonna go see Chasing Status. People recommend Chasing Status. I did not see the Misfits because I was focused on Travis. So I'm gonna catch the Misfits this week. I'm gonna get in the mosh pits for the Misfits as well. And yeah, you guys let me know. You guys let me know in the comments what artists do you guys recommend? What do you guys see on the stream? What artists do you guys think are gonna be fire? If you went weekend 1, let me know in the comments what artists I should definitely check out weekend 2 that I'm sleeping on. Catriel and Paco Amoroso, I missed them weekend 1. I gotta see them weekend 2. Catriel and Paco Amoroso is one of those sets. I can't wait to see them. That's the set for sure. I gotta see them. I think they play Friday, I believe. So yeah, Catriel and Paco Amoroso, that's another set I wanna watch. There's just so much good music that you just can't even see everything, but that's what's cool about Coachella. And talk to people, connect with people, have fun. Again, cover your mouths when you're walking from stage to stage. And it's gonna be a fun festival. If you guys have any concerns, I know there's a lot of negativity online when it comes to Coachella because negativity trends on social media. And I hate talking negative because people are already talking negative already. So I like to stay positive because we're here at these experiences. We're at these moments already. Let's turn the bad into a good positive experience. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys at Coachella.